Now, I know today's review video will look a little bit different than my usual review videos. First, it's audio only. There's no video. I'm not filming myself talking like I usually do. Now, I thought this could be something new that I could try out. If I'm late watching a episode of a drama and I want to upload later on that day, first, I don't have the best lighting, so audio only is what I would consider the best choice, because since I don't have the best lighting, you guys can't see me talk. And the only thing that you can hear me clearly is when I'm talking instead of seeing me. So I'd rather have you guys hear me better than not see me on video. You know what I mean? Now, I know today I was a little late. I was busy today, but after doing what I had to do, I got to watching the episode, forgot what time it was, but I really did enjoy today's episode. And yeah, I have to say, I loved it. So first, we got to see HyeJin become really interested in DuSik. We know the romance is there. We just need to see the steps being taken to when they finally become a couple in the finale. Probably not in the last episode, but somewhere around there. And the intro was the perfect intro to start the episode. DuSik, HyeJin, crossing paths every morning. DuSik says, "Hey, Miss Dentist," and we see DuSik in different outfits. Every morning, we know he's doing many jobs. We don't know how many exactly, but he's doing many jobs. So that was a cute, funny moment to start the episode. And then we get to the next scene, which is another cute and funny moment, where one morning, HyeJin is walking with Mison and DuSik is not there. So now she's thinking, oh, where he's at. So she's becoming really curious on where he's at. So again, she's becoming very interested in DuSik. But then we get another cute and funny scene where Namsuk wanted to invite HyeJin and Mison to the shopkeeper's meeting. First, they had plans. Mison and HyeJin had plans. But then when Namsuk said that Chief Hong was going to be there because he is the treasurer, HyeJin quickly changed her mind and says, you know what? I'll attend. I'll go. Then we get to the meeting. Well, first off, the meeting didn't really feel like a meeting. It just felt like friends getting together, drinking and chatting it up. Not gonna lie, I don't blame HyeJin for wanting to leave. If I was in her position, I would leave too. So the first funny moment was when Chonjae made it to the meeting and he said to everyone that he has laryngitis. After he left, Jungkook said something funny and I will never forget that line. He says, "How did his throat get that way when his songs doesn't have any high notes?" Oh man, yo, the small comments made by, it doesn't matter what character, it's so perfect. The small details that they put in a scene, if not in every episode, it's just so good. Then also, we got a scene between Judy and HyeJin, I think for the first time. Correct me if I'm wrong, please. But I think this is the first time that they had a scene together with just them. And to be honest, I didn't really picture it that way. The concept of it, Judy talking back at adults, yeah, I had that in the back of my mind, but not exactly what I had in mind when their first conversation is just talking about if HyeJin is telling the truth when she had a patient who was a member of a popular boy group that Judy is a fan of. Yeah, I didn't picture that in my mind. I just picture HyeJin saying something to Judy, then Judy talking back, and then that was it. But then later she does prove that, what was the boy member name again? June? Yeah, it was June or June. Well, however you would pronounce it, but yeah, she does prove by having a picture and showing it to Judy, basically proving that, yep, he was her patient. Then back to the meeting. Everyone is chatty, everyone is talking, and for HyeJin, she wants to leave. Again, I do not blame her. So what she does is fake being drunk. I've tried that before, and I have to say, it works. Now for that method, it kind of worked for HyeJin because everyone kind of believed that she was drunk, except for DuSik. DuSik eventually does find out that she was faking it while he was singing. Now while he was singing, HyeJin she was kind of impressed. She was moved. So again, she's curious about the guy. What was funny was when DuSik was giving her a piggyback ride when she was fake being drunk. And what was funny was during that piggyback ride, her shoe fell. And remember, it's the same shoe that he found. It's the same shoe that he secretly put in her closet. And she goes and drops it. Well, I mean, she does get it back eventually. But it's just funny how that shoe got them together or got them to meet. And how much you want to bet if these two have a wedding scene, she's going to wear those shoes. Next, we get to the pervy patient. First, Mison, she was feeling a little bit iffy about him. So she was getting some bad vibes from him. And then, if that wasn't enough, Gamli said that she's seen him before. So there we go, red alerts right there. We find out later on, he's a perv. He is a straight up perv. And he's a very stuck up perv, to be honest, because he does brag about who his dad is, yada yada yada. We know how it is in dramas. But eventually, he does get slapped. And then he gets a jumping high knee from DuSik, which was really, really impressive, to be honest. I mean, he could be a wrestler. That could be his finishing move. What was funny after that was HyeJin and DuSik were behind bars. But then when DuSik complained about his wetsuit being so tight and uncomfortable, the cops let him out and kept him out while HyeJin was still behind bars crying with Mison. Now the perv did lose his phone. And with his phone, there was a lot of evidence proving that he is a perv. DuSik used it to his advantage to punish him, and then eventually he did get arrested. Now I want to get to DuSik and HyeJin's drunk conversation. This is my favorite scene by far between the two. And in my opinion, this scene really did show us a very vulnerable side of HyeJin. So first, HyeJin did admit that the day she came to Gongjin, it was her mom's birthday. And she also admitted that it feels like her mom's existence is fading. She's basically saying her birthday is fading, but the day of her death is not. You know what I mean? And what was really sad was that when HyeJin was talking about her mom, she said that she would have been 60 today, and she would have went on trips with her and bought her expensive stuff. So yeah, again, we're really seeing a vulnerable HyeJin, because HyeJin, she is a very strong woman. She is. But that scene alone just made you feel very sorry for her. But then, after HyeJin was done talking, yes, she was drunk. Yes, her cheeks were kind of warm. But DuSik, his hands was on I think it was a cup or a bucket of ice, and he was holding on to it. And after she was done talking, he put his hands on her cheek to cool her cheeks down. And what he said to her was definitely the highlight. Well, one of the highlights of this episode. It's so hot. It is. Not gonna lie, I was fanboying or fangirling. No, fanboying. Yeah. Here's the thing. I've been in relationships before. I've seen stuff like this before. But every time I watch stuff like this in a K-drama, I just start fanboying. I don't know why. So for this episode, it was another great episode. We got to see more of HyeJin's soft side. We saw a little bit of it in episode 3, but we got a good taste of it in this episode. It's great to see scenes showing how close DuSik and HyeJin are getting, because we know the romance is there. So we love seeing two characters who are meant to be together get a little bit closer and have a nice scene together, and that drunk scene was the perfect scene for that. Now, I want to say this real quick. I do have a theory. Now, this theory came up after reading someone else's comment that they made in my other review video. I will put it on the video. After reading that comment, now I'm starting to think it's not because of a job that he regrets. It's not if he's meeting someone. It's for him. Nightmare, taking pills to sleep, is haunting him. And this is where my theory comes in. Maybe it's because of his grandfather, of what happened to him. He couldn't save him. And that's why he's getting nightmares, and that's why he can't sleep. And this is why DuSik is doing all of these jobs to help other people so he can be helpful. And it's making me think that he wasn't helpful towards his grandfather. I don't know, this is just a theory, but let me know what you guys think. And yeah, that's pretty much the gist of the episode and my review. If there's anything I might have missed, please leave it in the comments below. Other than that, if you like this audio only review, leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe. See ya.